My name is David Schneider. I'm an actor, comedian, writer, and I spend far too much time on Twitter, which is why I've just established a social media agency to try and justify all that time. And I'll be doing a masterclass on Twitter for brands and businesses. I know I spend too much time on Twitter. It's very, very interesting because you've got people out there. I mean, the people say, oh, it's all about people saying what they had for breakfast. But really, there's some, if you follow the right people, it's fascinating. And also, if you have a fundamental void in your life, Twitter will fill it forever, not necessarily autobiographical. So here are my top tips. Tip number one is be short. I should just finish there, but I would say that don't feel you have to fill 140 characters. Research shows that the shorter the better, so just keep it tight, keep it tight. Be a human. Yes, be a human. Even if you're a brand or a business, be a human. My top tip is that you should communicate as if you were emailing a friend, bearing in mind that there might be journalists and your boss watching. But basically, that's the style. Emailing a friend, be a human being. So be short and be a human. Basically, be a jockey. Try and be topical. Don't overdo we've got a calendar of stuff that we're going to say. Try and react to what's going on out there. And that might sometimes mean, oh, I've had an interesting thought to do with whatever, and putting it in a draft and saving it for later. Like, I've got a cracking Michael Gove joke, but I'm just waiting for him to do something absurd, and then I will release the joke. So respond to topicality. That's my tip. Reply, engage, answer other people. That's what Twitter's about. It's a conversation. But make sure you know your ats from your elbow, because a lot of people forget that if you start a tweet with an at someone, then it's only seen by them and mutual followers. So bear that in mind. And my final tip is serendipity, which is a word that has far too many characters for me to use it in a tweet. But what I mean by that is, if you're a brand, don't just think, I'm going to tweet about the brand and things relevant to my brand, and do you like my brand? Here's a quiz about my brand. Tweet about anything, because you're a person, you're a human being, a short human, the jockey. So tweet about anything that takes your interest, and your followers will respond to it. Just be human. For me, I don't tweet that often. Is just reading other people's tweets, reading all the content. That terrible thing where you see a thing that says, I think The Guardian refers to it as listicles, where you think 30 links that you'll totally waste your time with, and you'll go, oh yeah, 30, I'll click on every single one of those. It's the number. I think the 10 Commandments wouldn't have done so well for God if he just called them the Commandments. I think it's the fact that he said the 10 Commandments made all the Jews like myself click on them. If there's one thing that I want people to take away from the masterclass, it's an enthusiasm and a confidence to tweet better. It's not just here are some rules and we've got to follow them. What I love when I give classes on Twitter is seeing people enthusiastic about the potential and starting to get creative about how they can use it.